Alright guys, we are back for another Dokan battle video. Gonna do one of these hot take threads. There was one in here that I quote tweeted back when this came out. Yeah, damn, this was like 9 days ago. And kind of like made a point about it that I felt like was good for other YouTubers. And I figured, okay, I mentioned how I like to do takes, like, videos on these hot take threads a lot of times when people don't know I'm coming. And so they're not like changing the way they talk just to get in the video. This one definitely is doing that. But I mean, your boy's got to upload something. We're gonna have to find something. So, here we go. Let's just see. It might be a hot takes week. Let's just say that. All right, this is the worst. Oh my god. Okay, yeah. This one had like, yeah, a million quotes. I remember seeing this all over. I mean, I feel like this is just silly, right? The worst Gogeta unit on release. I mean, no. I mean, we do have to mention how, I mean, there is, the festival, and there's only even 10 units who are realistic options in there. I mean, we do kind of gotta talk about that. I mean, when, I don't know, AGL Gogeta came out, like the blue Gogeta at the end of 2018 was very good, very dominant. But was he as good as this LR Gogeta? I don't know. Oh yeah, here's that nothing burger word that everyone's getting so caught up on right now. Only good for 2 turns, no. Still a top 5. Okay, this is ridiculous. Okay, I am gonna move a little quick through some of the more ridiculous things I might see. This is the worst major celebration unit. Blue Cow and Goku, okay. Made his team worse. I mean, I would not go that far. He does kill himself, yeah, that's true. Does more damage to you than the boss if he's not Rainbow Link level 10, linked up next to another like good linking partner. Bad leader he is, yeah. Isn't he? I think he's like right on the cusp of top 15 LRs. Or, excuse me, top 15 TURs. There's characters, I mean, you could probably argue Ginyu above him if you really wanted. I mean, there's the GT EZAs, the Super Saiyan, the Golden Week 2021 characters. I mean, there are some TURs around that level if you really wanted to be, like, not generous towards Blue Kaioken, you could easily argue them above him. Like, yeah, easily, dude, easily. But, I mean, worst major celebration unit ever? I don't know. We would have to, I feel like, be going back a super, super long time to really find, like, characters. He's the most disappointing in quite some time, at the very least. Great Vegeta's a lot better than Beast in Red Zone because his defense doesn't go after 7 turns. I mean, I would probably rank Great Vegeta like slightly better than Beast, like on similar stuff. But people do wait. Although inconsistent still as a team protector mechanic, this isn't Beast downplay. I do find Great Vegeta more effective than Red Zones. Nothing crazy with that. A lot of people who, like, don't like Beast Gohan, and, I mean, we get these, I mean, I don't know if it's just me who sees this, but you get, like, these, like, anti-Dragon Ball Super warriors, and it's, like, every hype thing in Dragon Ball Super has to be ass, and we don't care about that, and blah, 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 blah. And so, like, the Beast, like, attempts at pretending like he's just horrible now is just comedy to me. Dude, he is so effective in these Red Zone fights. You drop him on that Tech Vegito team, he sits there in slot 1 for, the first, 7 turns or so, and he completely protects slot 1 for the 10th anniversary fusions. And then when it's time to go, it's time to go. And he does have a team protector mechanic. It's going to be, I think, rare. I haven't seen it happen too often where, like, Int Jiren's AoE normals have, like, decimated like the run. Like, oh, we died because of AoE normals. If we're using, like, top characters. Like, Beast works really well with the 10th anniversary LRs because when the 10th anniversary LRs are at their weakest, that's when Beast is at his strongest. And when Beast is at his weakest, that's when the 10th anniversary fusions end the fight. Like, a lot of times, like, people don't, like, yeah, like, if we're gonna run, like, a double Beast Gohan superhero team or something like that, like, you know, we're gonna have trouble, sure, but he is one of the better characters to run with the 10th anniversary fusions. Now, Great Ape Vegeta is similar. Again, I got no problem with putting Great Ape Vegeta, like, above Beast. Their role is similar, and I think you could talk about Tech Broly having a similar role, too, but I mean, I would repeat myself again. I never understood ever at any point ever why anyone even thought Tech Broly was ever better than Beast. Because Beast has always just been Tech Broly. I mean, he does slightly less damage, but he's got the Team Protector ability, which you could do literally a second turn. I mean, Tech Broly does not match that, right? But like, I think there's a lot of similarities between Great Ape Vegeta, Beast, Tech Broly, right? Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Super Vegeta equal if we look at the pros and cons. Well, no. No. They're not equal. I mean, yeah, I'm very favorable to this guy. Equal? No, I'm sorry. Their actives are win. No, it's not. His, like, this active is, I mean, 9 times out of 10 a win button for sure. It depends on how many stacks and stuff like that he gets, but, I mean, other characters, to compare Super Vegeto's active to Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's active is comedy to me. Like, it's like, Tech Vegito does more damage than, like, any character pretty much can, and it's a Team Protector mechanic at the same time. And he says, if you stack enough in base, sure, but, like, the damage this guy's doing is not even half of what this would be, right? It's like, once you talk about Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, you know, you give him his active, if he gets his counter as well. The counter is where this guy generates a lot of his damage, right? If we're talking about Festival of Battles, I would say Vegeto's number 1 in there, and then Gogeta's number 2. For sure. Battle Harder Formidable Foes is less important than the red zones. Okay, before we continue, I would say that it does feel like the red zones are more of the main content. I think Battle Hard and Formidable Foes also matters, though. I don't think that that's something to be, like, completely downplayed or anything like that. Festival Battles Red Zones are long fight content. 75% of the units now are designed for. I mean, that's true, yeah. Battle Hard and Formidable Foes can be cheesed with Ghost Ushers and Revives. It has only 2 real stages. I don't know if that's true. I mean, the Saiyan Saga stage can be tough with the Great Ape Vegeta, who opens up with the AoE, right? Like, that definitely can be tough there. I just don't really agree. Well, no, I do. No, I do. I think the red zones are a little bit more important than Battle Hard and Formidable Foes, but I wouldn't agree if we're going to completely downplay Battle Hard and Formidable Foes. It's not really what this guy's doing, though. I mean, it can be cheesed, but, like, I mean, I think it's, like, it's still real content. Okay. All right, let's see what we got here. Yeah, here we go. Oh, yeah, here's the Nothing Burger comment. We're going to see that all the time. Isn't as good as he should have been. Sure, but the only thing about this is, you legitimately can say this about almost every character ever. Like, outside of some, like, truly elite ones, like, that works on so many characters. Like, is he good? Yeah, like, he's a solid, effective unit. People just, I don't know why it's so hard to look at, like, previous anniversaries and stuff like that. And it's, like, really, I would say 9th anniversary is a bit of, like, an aberration, where I would say, like, all 4 of the summonable LRs were stronger comparatively than, like, any other anniversary, right? Like, you always have ones that are, like, solid. Like, all anniversary characters are not, like, the gods of the game. And I feel like people just don't fucking understand that. It's the Dokkan Fest fucking exclusives. The Dokkan Fest exclusives. The Dokkan Fest exclusives. Gohan is not a Dokkan Fest exclusive. Like, it's just that simple, right? Occasionally, carnivals are, you know, on that level. I do think Super Saiyan 4 Goku is definitely, like, on that level. But, I mean, it's just, like Gohan didn't end up being there. I don't think Goku and Frieza are. I don't think Evolution Blue Vegeta is either. But like, they're still effective characters. I've seen more bitching about this Gohan, which is strange to me, than like almost any unit ever. I feel like, I don't know. Like, I see complaints about this guy every day, and I just don't know what is the cause. Like, what is the need to complain so much about this Gohan? Like, this Gohan does not decide the fate of if this year is good or bad or anything like that. So very strange. Very strange. Private. Let's just skip past private service stuff. Pointless to talk about. It just gets everyone all riled up, right? We just ignore it. Best monthly Dokkan Fest since Videl or Ginyu. I don't know. Okay, I don't know if we're going back that far, but he's very good. Tao is like a minimum, like, bottom of the barrel height level character. And I think, like, if you compare, like, he's good at, like, they did a good job with Tao. Like, how good he is, I think was acceptable. Like, this is good. Like, I'm very pleased with Tao's level of strength. I think he's very good. So, I mean, I don't know if this is necessarily true, but, I mean, he's on that level with these characters. He's very good, Tao is, for sure. Peppy Gals always 2 units away from being great. I mean, bro, like, okay, 2 units away from being great. Let's take a look. Right here. Whoops. My mouse has been, like, not, like, I don't know. It's a little, like, jolty. Dude. We're a little bit more than 2 units away. Oh, my God. I mean, I guess, I mean, you know, we could rock Tech Khalifa. In specific fights, she has 100% dodge, but there's a lot of dodge canceling at the same time. I think I'm not a fan of STR Kefla. No way. Tech Kefla's good. LR Carnival, Kalen Khalifa, we could rock. I mean, they're going to need a hell of a lot more than 2 units. Like, some of these characters we could vaguely get away with, but, yeah, I mean, we need a lot, dude. It's crazy. They said Peppy Gals is 2 units away. And then you look at this and go, no. A little bit more than 2. Just saying. I would be totally down with Chi Chi Dokkan Fest. Give Kefla her LR, sure. Peppy Gals, great again. I mean, it's not... Peppy Gals is not a historic... Like, Movie Bosses is a team that's, like, practically seemingly good, like, year after year or something like that. You know, Pure Saiyans. Universal's Rival Saga, because Dokkan cannot stop going there. Peppy Gals is not, like, one of those categories. Yeah, now this is true. So what I think they would do is they would just make a new category called Girls. And yes, because then you get Pan in there, you get Kid Chi-Chi, you get the Angels, Margarita, Vados, right? Yes, yeah. That's what they should do, that category. But again, I don't think that they would. What they would do is I think they just make a new category, right? Because you could have, like, overlap like that, where there's a girls category and a Peppy Gals category, because of, like, the structure of the leader skill system, right? Where, like, oh, the Peppy Gals are the ones getting the full 220% or whatever, right? Like, so they certainly could do that. This is gonna be, okay, I assume it means biased. This is the most underrated TUR right now. Oh, I mean, maybe, but certainly, I mean, on Tao's team, I mean, everyone is aware of how good he is. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's very good. He could get clapped up a little bit, but, I mean, it's real easy to just throw him on the team. And he's bringing a lot to the team. So, very good, very good. Very, very favorable for Path to Power right now, for sure. Dokan needs a new rarity. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's like, I mean, yeah, like, I could, you know, just get a new rarity, but, like, I mean, the downside would be it being very difficult to obtain. But I remember I was listening to Nano and Dado's podcast, and Dado was making the point how, like, people, like, oh, they complain about, like, the gacha systems and stuff like that, but actually that's the reason they're there. and they want like the super tough thing, impossible to get, and then they get them, and then they go brag to their friends. And I was like, yeah, damn, Tato is spitting right here. He really is, man. So maybe we just say fuck it, man. SLR or something like that. Sure. You know, whatever. I mean, sure, I'd be okay, but I don't, you know, we'll see. Namek are of Global Dokkan ideas super, which means it won't be it. I don't care what units we get as long as the content meta's fine. I'm pretty optimistic. They seemed like they're directly saying like this is second anniversary is what this is going to be, like a second anniversary. So I think it's going to be great. I mean, don't listen when you see someone say like, oh, like 10th anniversary wasn't that good or anything along those lines, you know that they know not a single fucking thing in the world of what they're talking about. They're completely out of their mind. You just know that instantly. And you can just follow, like, okay, this is a baiter. Like, you know, in interactions with them, you know, I'll treat it as such that we're talking with a baiter right here, right? So, like, I mean, if the Global Dokkan celebration is even close to the anniversary, then specifically which characters it is won't matter. I think they're going to have a banger lined up. I'm not really concerned at all. Now, Carnival of Battles. Yeah, I've got bad news for you guys. That could happen. That's the Minato idea. Carnival of Battles. Because, remember, Festival of Battles, Dokkan Festival, and it's all the Dokkan Fests throughout the years. Then Carnival of Battles could be like a bunch of carnivals. I feel like they would still need more carnivals to do it, but... yeah. Maybe Carnival of Battles would be a better idea 5 years from now, right? 3 years from now, something like that. I think the Global Dokkan celebration is going to be Diamond, by the way. That's what I'm thinking. I just don't, like, dude, it's the time to wait and shit like that is over. Like, they got to get in-game. It's crazy. Because Daima did not, like, it didn't capture people the way I would have hoped it did. I feel like people do not give a fuck about Daima, man. Every single day, like, Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku is bleeding hype. Every day. So... normalize people playing Dokkan with their own music. What? Yeah, dude, like, play however you want and have fun? Yeah. Okay, sure, man. Like, yeah, just play how you want to. Yeah, I mean, I'm not fighting that, sure, whatever. People like this in the near future and it becomes more unbeatable. Sure, yeah, I mean, yeah, like, give it, like, so, once the 8th anniversary LR's EZA, they will, I think they're going to completely dominate this event completely. And it's going to be a lot less frustrating for people once, you know, you can consistently win. It's even with the best setup, you go in towards the end and I mean, you can just get bad luck based off of like enemy attack positions and stuff like that. Like it can just be bad. So, like I get why people don't like it. But as it gets easier of an event, people like it more. Patan is fun. I just think that Patan, like, it's just Legends Adventures. I think people get way too caught up in, like, no, Patan is the worst and stuff like that. It's like they miss out on one of these characters and they just, like, mentally check out and say, it's the worst ever. Nappa is Dokkan Fest TUR worthy? I mean... Bro, Videl is a Dokkan Fest. Yeah, Nappa could get one. Yeah, he could. Nappa could get one. LR Super 17 Oh, okay. So this is an interesting point, right? So what we're talking about is his passive. Damn, I'm hungry. Thinking an Asian sesame chicken salad, chat. This. Now, the good news is we have seen them kind of, for a long time, I always would say, like, they keep the spirit of the character the same. Lately, they've been kind of changing that a little bit. And not necessarily, you know, keeping that spirit exactly the same. So I could see them potentially revamp that quite a bit. Dokkan needs to fix their game code so they can change active skills. This seems chalked, by the way. I just, like, this just seems done. Because now what they're doing, LR Tau, and these two. Here's what they're doing now. rather than just add the table to the database to do that, they're just giving them like an active skill ability in their passive. That's what they're doing. Right? So, I mean, I don't, them doing this shows me that for whatever reason, they're not gonna and they don't want to. Which, by the way, you want to know who that really hurts is the other Super 17. The other Super 17 is hurt bad. How can I find them fast? It's probably GT bosses. Because their active skill condition is horrible. Because you want to know what it is? It's AGL Vegeta Blues. I mean, it's not as bad because their 5th turn start a battle. And Vegeta Blues 5th turn start a turn, right? But, I mean, it's still... this is brutal. This is brutal. Like, these boys have got to be stacking in base, man. They got to be, like... They already do attack stack. They got to be defensive stacking, too, man. Like, 50% attack and offensive stack. They gotta. Boom. Piccolo needs more premium units. Sure. I mean, he does get a lot, though. I mean, he literally just did have a yellow coin LR, the Piccolo and Kid Gohan. Orange Piccolo is, of course, one of the best characters of all time. Dokan Fest Piccolo was really good for a while. Yeah, I mean, I'm down with another Piccolo coming out, sure. Yeah, this is the one. This is the one right here. So, I mean, I don't really care about the first line. I mean, he's obviously fucking dicking around. Who cares? But this second part, I had made a quote tweet, like, just pointing out, like, again, remember, that's on, y'all, if I, hold on. Yeah, so I said this right here. So, here's the thing about YouTube, right? Back when I started, it was a little bit, yeah, back in my day, it was a little bit more niche. Now, I mean, streamers are, like, some of the biggest celebrities in the world, like Speed and Kai Cenat and stuff like that. Like, they're some of the biggest celebrities in the world. Like, back when I was doing this, like, it was much more of a niche thing. Like, I remember when I started and, like, telling some of my IRL friends, and, like, I don't, like, it, like, they laughed. Like, not really, like, disrespecting or anything like that, but, it, like, this wasn't, like, a thing that's, like, a known, like, job or something like that. And I know people will say, oh, it's not a job, but, I mean, well, you still pay taxes like it's a job. I promise you that. But, I mean, I could say this. Back when I started, there was way less people trying to do it. There was way less people established, right? Like, it is way harder than ever. Every year, like, it gets harder and harder and harder and harder. I could say one thing with me is, again, I am probably quite lucky that I was in early enough when I was, that I was able to kind of eventually grow. And, I mean, I should point out, too, I think a lot of people don't give it much time before they start getting very, you know, bummed and stuff like that. But, I mean, I didn't, like, become, like, a big YouTuber for years. I mean, it's funny. These are at, like, you know, 10K and stuff like that now. But, I mean, we only need to scroll down a little bit, and we're going to get to videos that are closer to, like, hundreds of views and stuff like that, right? A lot of stuff. Look at these Resident Evil 0 videos, you know. Like, now this is 12 years this has been up. So imagine how long, right, some of this stuff, like, what was that, like, you know, 5 views or something, right? A lot of these would have been for a long time. So it took me years and years and years and years and years of grinding. And then eventually, like, I came to Dokan, and then boom, like, you know, like, things are good now. I just, like, people have got to give it time. And in Dokan specifically, I think people probably, I mean, you know, like, they, oh my god, dude, there's a lot in here. What the hell? Bro, that's at 35? What the fuck? Bro, this kid's just been sitting there all day long adding these two. Okay. Well, anyway, yeah, I mean, you got to give it time, and you also got to work hard. You got to work. You got to be grinding your ass off, man. It's just not easy, and, I mean, it gets harder and harder and harder every year. And I think a lot of times, too, like, you know, take me as an inspiration, or Nano, or anyone, but, like, I mean, people got to understand, like, they're not gonna just do, like, the exact same thing that, like, I do or Dokkan World does, something like that, and then they're also going to blow up doing the exact same thing. Like, you have to be creative. I mean, I think Diddy is a good example with the way he kind of used the wheels and stuff like that, and kind of just the way he marketed himself. I think a lot of people would point towards, like, Nano being there, but, I mean, Diddy was able to do that himself, like, with his creativity. And, like, that's the part. Like, that's why I tell people, like, if you want to grow, like, look more towards, like, Diddy or Iron Cane, the way they did it, and less towards me or Dokan World or something like that, right? Like, because that's going to be an impossible path. So, all right, let's keep going here. Well, I mean, bro, this kid, I saw 30, take 35. We'll see. No, I want collabs. No, this is silly. No, we should get collabs, but I mean, Shueisha hates Dragon Ball, wants it to die, but I mean, we should get collabs. Trunks and Goku Black are the most disrespectful. Bardock exists, bud. You want to talk about Bardock or Super 17? All right, let's look at Bardock, man. Yeah, this is criminal. Criminal. Bardock, Super 17. Goku Black has legendary all-time units. To be fair, I mean, we're talking, 8 years ago, though. 7 years ago. For that character's legendary all-time units. Trunks, yeah. I think so. I mean, this does sort of count. That was a great character. They were pretty good. He was pretty good. This is a legendary character right here, Vegeta and Trunks. He was great once upon a time. They were quite good. They were okay. Like, this guy was very good, but I mean, he was a banner unit. Yeah, I mean, Trunks could use, like, a real killer, like a crazy one. I mean, I think what is a point we can make right now is that both of these characters could use, like, new, really strong options, yeah. Free-to-play units shouldn't have good animations. Okay, I do think part of this is correct. It felt like shit in 2023. Some of the like that sort of Hope Trunks, the one we just talked about, like him having ass animations, and then they had free-to-play characters coming out, in October and November, who had like better animations than the Carnival LR. That's where it's just like, yeah, dude, like fuck free-to-play unit animations, man. Make the summonable units have like better animations, because it's like that. Like it all does tie together too, like that. Like, it's a little bit of extra work they do for this one character that takes away from this other character. This is mostly a 2023 issue, though, I would say. I don't feel like I've noticed that recently. I have not really had problems with 2025 animations or anything like that. There has been a couple of really good free-to-play character animations, though, like the Diamond characters, like they reference right there. If he is an insane, I don't know that I'm really too worried. I mean, yeah, they did fumble. I do think Daima Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta's a fumble. Best unit in the game, yeah, but it's not often where like the 10th anniversary, like Dokan, like those characters just get knocked off. I don't think it's impossible, but I mean, it's less likely. All right, let's do a couple more. We might not go through all of them. It's a great team. I mean, it certainly would be pretty effective. You do have Tech Vegeta on there. I love the remix of Toyotaro's art, too. That's good. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not as high on, like, these guys as others, but, like, they're certainly solid characters. Well, Goku less so, because he is reliant on dodge in a very heavily dodge-canceling meta. Poor Piccolo doesn't really have a boost like a character, though, but... I hope we don't get him now, because every Kaioken has been ass. Yeah, this guy, like, the 10th anniversary EZAs were, like, the highest overall EZA quality we've ever seen. Which is so funny, because, like, people, like, scream about fumbles. Overall, the highest quality ever. Except for this guy. I thought he sucks ass. The rest are mostly great, though. Not a fan for AGL Super Vegeta. STR Gogeta feels like he's missing one thing, but This guy in particular. Yeah, I mean, he's a sub-EZA, though. You know, people need to understand the level of the character they're talking about. Tech Blue Kaioken is the one I think that really, really hurts, though, yeah. Are we talking about, I'm ignoring that, skipping it. No, the only unfumbleable EZAs are the, anniversary Dokkan Fest exclusives, I think. I don't think they're gonna fumble this guy, but the only unfumbleable ones are the, again, anniversary Dokkan Fest exclusives. What's the top 5 TUR by the end of 2024? I mean, he was still really good. Yeah, what? Yeah, I mean, this guy, I mean, he got a lot of hate throughout the time, right? People, I mean, a lot of it was global players, like, throughout last year, but so many replies on my comment, on my tier list of people saying, I don't see the Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Like, he was so good last year, man. I miss Red Zone Broly? This is spoken like someone who was not there day one. I'm sorry. No. Every event is easy with the best setup. Yeah, it wasn't the case with Red Zone Broly, but okay. There was no strategy. Like, there is no strategy to Red Zone Broly. It's, he kills you if he supers. That's it. You die if he supers. Nothing you could do. Truly. That's it. There's, like, he supers right away, and there typically is nothing you could do. I mean, you go through all the, because dodge is canceled. You know, the start of 2022 is not like it is now where, you know, most characters have got guard and damage reduction and stuff like that. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's counter, right? Remember, was a dodge, so he couldn't counter it. Like, I don't know. Yeah, it was, you know, the hardest fight ever, but it literally was like, Broly doesn't super, and you can win. I mean, besides items. But even if you used items to get past AoE Broly, you still have to go through the strongest phase of him without items, right? So, yeah, 2025 is going to be a good year. So far, so good. There's some dead periods, but I mean, that's going to happen every year. But yeah, 2025 has been a good year. It's been a good year. Physical Gogeta. I mean, man. I mean, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I want to say AGL Gogeta is better than this guy too. Like the Super Gogeta. Like I'm favorable to this guy, but I think the 10th anniversary Dokkan Fest is probably better than this guy. I remember, like, comparatively. Like, I'm not saying now. I'm saying, like this guy's impact during the 9th anniversary versus AGL Gogeta's impact during the 10th anniversary. No. No. Dokan needs to do more wrist from each celebrations. No, fuck that. No. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Fuck no. No way. No way. No, I'm not. It's easier than ever for them to make good content. People forget now there was nonstop fucking bitching during this Golden Week because there wasn't that much. Yeah, nonstop bitching. Weak ass unit did have people very upset though. This guy, but I mean, yeah, it's genuine. This guy was not good enough for sure. I was on a date with a girl grinding his medals. Okay. Chat, that's where we're gonna end here. Let me know what you guys think about a silly little hot take thread. Listen, guys, okay, if you're going on a date with a girl, focus on the girl, less Dokan. I know it's gonna, you know, sound funny coming from me, but, you know, focus on the pretty lady and not Dokan so much. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think. I'll catch y'all next time.